Hi, babies. Hey, Louie. This is my partner's garage. It's a bit messy, but not because of his stuff, mostly because of mine. See my pumpkin project up there that I didn't get around to finishing, which I should get around to finishing. All that stuff up there. All that stuff there. And then there's a cabinet behind these things, just in there, that I need to get to. All these boxes are mine. They're going into the studio to be sorted with stuff. And there's a few things that I need to move around. This is just one part that is full of my craft stuff. Up here on the rafters we have insul foam, tubing, creepy tree tubing, more insul foam, old. That's actually the mausoleum that I made a few years ago, but we didn't use it last year because the last couple of years we've had windstorms and it kind of flew away. And look, up there are creepy dolls that haven't been finished. Up here are giant bats. One needs repairing, two need to actually be finished. What else have we got? All sorts of stuff in here. I'm quite sure there is more. But this is the garage disaster zone. Oh, Louie. What you doing, old girl? Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. In here is more craft disaster zone. They're all my paints. Bunnings here often has mist tints, and they have really cool colours in their mist tints. So of course their mist tints in their sample pots are only about $2 a pot, so I have to have them. There's more mist tints on the table inside too that hasn't got homes yet, because I can't get to that. There's other Halloween stuff there that is either repairing or to be pulled apart and remade. My daughter calls this shed the shed of death, because getting anything out of here, you're taking your own life into your own hands. They're bought props. I don't know why they ended up in here, but there's also a lot of craft stuff still in here. Oh, there's Dolly Peed. Poor Dolly Peed. She needs, oh, turn your head around, darling. Say hello to everybody. She needs repairs, as you can see. She's kind of come apart here and the paint's coming off her. So that is that building. Now the main building is my old studio. And in here, now it's a lot messier than what it normally is, because I've been pulling things apart to actually see what in the heck I have and what I need storage wise, where I need to put things. A lot of things in here need to actually go back into the main house. This was a meditation center for a long time, but that's been moved to another building, so I could put all of my other craft stuff in here, along with all of I was a natural therapist for years, and that's all of the herbs. And then we have the incense making equipment and aromatherapy over there. And here, all this stuff, believe it or not, all this craft stuff was actually either in the house or in that tiny little shed of death. Ribbon all through them. Heaven only knows what's in half of that stuff. That's my pumpkins. Projects waiting to be finished. Chrissy dolls waiting to be turned into Chucky dolls. That cabinet's full of candle making gear. I can't even remember what's in half of these cupboards anymore. The bench tops are unnecessarily messy because I've been doing other things. Hello, mister. There you go. You need a good brush, mate. Yes, you do. And in here, which is now our sewing room, come training room, because I strength train as well in here. And, oh, sorry, dude. All of this stuff needs to be sorted out. And I have other cabinets coming. Here we have, I think, 11 boxes, 50 litres to 120 litres, and a suitcase full of fabric. It's very difficult to know what fabric you actually have when you have to dig through boxes. So it's time, and now that I have the time and I have the space, it's time to, pardon me, to actually get this organised so we can use it. These little things, which are fridge containers from our Kmart here, they store the fat quarters. They actually fit the fat quarters. I don't know how many fat quarters I have, so I don't really know how many of these containers, fat quarters, sit fairly well in that. Hey, Ollie Dolly. So these are going to hold my fat quarters. I've tried to find other containers that will hold them, but I really need something that's stackable. I can get the lid on, I can stack them in the cube units I've got coming. They're 35 centimetres squared. They will fit 4 of these per cavity, stacked on top of each other. The flowers, I'm going to make a wire rack and attach it to the wall as well. I have lots of brackets that I can do that with. This unit here, which is where all this junk came out of, is going in the middle. We're keeping that. We're keeping the white units that are in the other room, and we're bringing them out here. We're reorganising all this stuff, getting rid of all of these plastic containers, putting all of this stuff onto other shelving. These things are being reorganised to fit. They should mostly fit in one cabinet instead of the 2. The cutting table will then come out here. All of this packaging material will be going as well. These are empty boxes, by the way. I've got a lot of empty boxes hanging around so that I can just pack things up into boxes so that I can stack things neatly and get everything else sorted one box at a time. This is going to take a long time. This hoop here is another thing that needs to be redone. That was my Halloween wreath that was hanging in the house at one point, and then on the side of the outside of the building at one point. Hello, pussycat. What you doing? This stuff here, this wire mesh, not so much that piece, but this big piece here. Oh, maybe not. That might be a little bit too big. Hi, Louie. Anyway, we've also got like little pieces like this that are the wider squares or rectangles, I suppose they are. So this is the sort of thing that will become, I'll attach to those brackets on the wall, and I'll shove the silk flowers in for storage. And this stuff here, this is a 2 centimetre square. It's not as thick a gauge as the rectangle one. This will become the pegboard, essentially. But anyway, hello, Miss Lucy. That is what we're planning on doing. But before I can do any of that, I need to know what's in these cupboards, because I know there's some of my stuff in those cupboards too. And before I can do that, I have to move those cupboards around. Oh, they're Christmas things. They should be in the other shed. Well, that's easy enough to move right now, actually. Oh, there's my camera stand. Oh, I knew I'd seen that somewhere. Look, there's my camera stand. I've been looking for that. So I can put these, excuse me, Louie, in here. Because this is all the Christmas stuff. That can stay in there. Okay. I'm filming this on my phone because I don't have a camera anymore, although I do have a camera stand, which is okay because I want the camera stand. Wow, there is some like junk everywhere. Oh my goodness, there's stuff everywhere. I've watched quite a few YouTube creators in their deconstructing and organising of their crafting spaces, and I understand how they feel so overwhelmed with it now, because looking at this, then this isn't even much, and a lot of this stuff has to still stay here because it won't fit in the other building. But wow, see up there, there's eskies or ice boxes or whatever it is that they're called all around the world. I bought them to make fog coolers years ago and never actually got around to it. Put that on my list of things to do. All right, so how about I get off this and get started. Don't drink anything out of that bucket. You don't know what's been in there. Good grief, this is not a doggy safe building. Come on, let's go.